we've got quite a few people have come on. Shout out to Michael and also Christian, doing some great work. They're up there in Brisbane. He's a personal trainer himself out at Vision.
Oh, great.
Vision in Hamilton. So doing some awesome work. Pat Searson, who is actually in Catherine in Northern Territory at the moment. He's living a life on his own. Now, that's mindset, massive mindset mayhem going on for him each and every day of, living, doing things on his own, exploring the world, or exploring Australia, I should say. So big shout out to Pat there. Good. He does a lot in the personal development space. He went with me to see Gary Vee in Sydney last year. He actually says about Dr. Joe Dispenza. Yeah, and Bruce Lipton. Yeah. Which obviously, people that are aware of as well, Tony. Yep. And Christian has said, great explanation of the need of accountability. And that's what I guess a personal trainer like Christian does for all of us when it comes to our health and well-being. So it's a big one 100%. That I want to, I guess, get on there, and people don't realize about, people focus on the money when it comes to personal training and, obviously with coaching as well, Tony. Yep. And a little bit of a question for you here, Tony. An interesting one. I'm going to see how you're going to deliver this. I'm not going to tell you who it came from, but the question is, but you wouldn't be a coach today had those things didn't happen during the GFC and so forth in the ice cream shop.
Oh, 100%. I'm not disputing that for a moment. So please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Absolutely, I am what I am today based on the experiences that I've had, right? And that's the same as all of us. All I'm saying is there was two very large events in my life that if I had a magic wand, which I do not, and I do not think about it, I do not dwell on it, I do not worry about it. But if I had a magic wand, then there's a couple of things that I really would go back and revisit. But I agree 100% that all of those experiences have shaped me, and just like your experiences, just like others' experiences. I make an enormous number of mistakes, right? A number of failings all the time. And it helps shape me to who I am today. So I agree with the comment. And as I said, please don't misinterpret what I'm trying to say.
Fair enough. That's good thoughts around that. When I talk about looking to achieve, looking for accountability, even the great man, I guess, Gary Vee, talks about all these things as well within himself. He's got a team that obviously hold him accountable. He holds them accountable about what he does. It goes both ways. And he talks about some ideas that the team have come up for him to explore, even the fact of D-Rock and the other cameramen that have come up with these ideas that have elevated him as well. So having people around in your circle can really help, give those ideas, give those thoughts. And I constantly do this for myself on a regular basis by talking to people like Tony, by talking to others that are in my circle to see, okay, how do we elevate things? How can we get things going? My team can be accountable for Luke's golf team losing today, says Cameron Price. So bit of a golf tournament going on today. I haven't actually swung the club in about 6 months, so it's going to be bloody interesting out there today on the golf course. Cameron is out there each and every week, so if I can beat him today, well, obviously we'll see how it goes. Raja,
can you beat him? Can you beat him? Can you beat him?
Well, it's a team sport. It's a team thing. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's, gotcha.
Best ball competition. So anyway, we'll stay away from that.
Understand.
Andrew, good to see you on as well. The final topic I want to talk about today is Tony, is to wrap all these ideas up that we have. Is what's the result of the whole idea that we talked about earlier about people failing by so close to getting their goal. So I talked earlier for people that have just joined about this person running the City to Surf, getting a time that was 40 seconds slower than their goal, and they run faster than me. So extraordinary achievement for most people, because they're in the top probably 1,000 people in terms of doing the City Surf out of 80,000 people that actually joined. Also talked about people quitting and not having an accountability person, whether that's personal trainer, property, and so forth. So what is the result of this for an individual? And then I'm going to talk about what they can do about it, Tony.
Well, I think the key is, Luke, that these events have happened. So that guy went out, ran, he obviously prepared, had a goal, etc. He's finished 40 seconds, less than where he wanted to. What does that mean? Does it mean that he's a failure? Or does it mean, like I said before, that he's had an improvement on his PB? The reality is that moment has happened. So you can never change that particular moment. And this is about the whole dwelling side. And I'll just touch on, my couple of big examples I used before. I don't dwell on those things, right? So I'm able to move forward, but because they have happened. And so it's all about going, well, that's happened. What's my next move? So I can sit there and I can wallow in my own self-pity, and I can get upset and frustrated and angry with the world, and I miss my target by 40 seconds. Or I can go, well, you know what? Here's what I learned out of that. Perhaps there was some things around nutrition, or perhaps the preparation wasn't where it needed to be, or some things that you go, you know what? Next time I need to sharpen up those pieces as well. 100% mindset, of course it is. But it's also then analysing, well, what could I have done differently? So take the lesson. So whenever you make a mistake, it's not, mistakes happen, move forward. It's just take the lesson, try and understand what happened, So you talked about Gary Vee and all the stuff with social media. They call it test and learn. They're trying so many different things. Some things they try work, other things they try don't work, but they constantly trying things. And so it's about when things don't work, why don't they work? What was it that we could learn? What can we do different? What can we refine to improve the result next time? That applies to your life, to your business, to property, to health and wellness, whatever it might be. Try things and learn. Your training, you might do a particular training. It may not work. You might try a particular nutrition. It mightn't work. What are the things that you can constantly refine to improve your performance?
Actually, even Johnny said he must have taken heartbreak a little bit too literally. We shouldn't joke about these things, but they are funny sometimes. How ridiculous we do get in the mind. Big shout out to Adam and Darshan. Thanks for coming on. But I laugh about these things sometimes, and maybe I've got a sick and weird sense of humor. But it is that so funny that we actually get so stuck in our minds on a regular basis. And it is a shame, and I kind of want to laugh it off so that it goes away almost for people.
Yeah, I don't see it as being funny for others. I see it as being. I understand your point, and agree with the weirdness comment. No, I'm only joking. But I don't see it as being funny. I see it as being. It actually starts to, because I want to be able to help people, right? I want to be able to help people. Give them a good old shake and say, you know what, you did an amazing job. Yeah, sure, you missed your target. And how many times does this happen? We set a target, doesn't have to be running. We set a target, we just miss it. It's what are you going to do next? It's what are you going to focus on? It's hey, was it an improvement? Or hey, was it a failure? And it's that glass half full, glass half empty side of things. And then it's about what are you going to do next? Because you can't change the fact.
So what are these people going to do next? What's the thing? What's the thing for people that are out there that have failed at something? They've quit. They've quit up their accountability buddies, whatever. What can they do, Tony?
Here's what you do. You firstly quickly review what's happened, and you take the lesson. You take the lesson, right? What could I do different? Once you've taken the lesson, that's it. Don't think about it anymore. Don't focus on it. Don't dwell it. Because when you start to dwell on stuff, which direction are you looking? You're looking backwards. You're looking backwards. You need to live your life. I say this all the time. Live your life like you're driving a motor vehicle and look through the front windscreen of your life. Look towards where you want to get to. See, here's the thing, right? For people who believe in the law of attraction, and I do, if you go and get frustrated and angry and whatnot because you've missed by 40 seconds, you are putting that out to the world, right? That's what you're putting out into the universe. That's what's going to come back to you in spades, right? And so you need to change your perspective. You need to talk about gratitude. I am grateful for, right? Because when you're grateful for what you've got, then the universe will give you more. The universe won't give you any more if you aren't happy with what you've currently got, right? I'm absolutely convinced of that. I'm happy to have a debate on it, but I'm absolutely convinced of it. The two key things for me in my life that changed my life, one is accepting 100% responsibility. Two is being grateful for the things that I have. I don't have all the things that I want. I've got big goals for myself, and I'm working my way towards those, but I'm grateful for what I've got.